Welcome back, everybody. I told you it was going to get cooler. You didn't believe me yesterday when it was 86 degrees, but it surely did come in. Lots of cloud cover over the crossroads. You can see how we're getting little sprinkles coming through the region, but the real stuff is actually farther out. In fact, on this map, you got to see, actually, there's so many things going on right now. First of all, the storminess that brought all that nasty weather to Mississippi and Alabama is now finally beginning to move offshore. So even as soon as tonight, all the really big stuff should be out over the Atlantic. This high pressure finally gave a break to much of the central part of the country, but you notice what happened to us. This high pressure pushed the front down through our area, and it stalled. So it is actually stuck down there in the Gulf, and it's going to back up in about a couple days, and then all the warm air comes back over the region. Well, but you see the cloud deck, and you see what we talked about it yesterday, the stream of moisture coming up from the Pacific. You're thinking, what are we talking about the Pacific? It is affecting your weather. The clouds are up here are actually coming from the tropical waters of the South Pacific. Meanwhile, I think we need to start praying for California, because I'm not sure it's going to be there much longer. They've got another power. This would be the 16th or 17th powerful storm. I'm talking the equivalent of a hurricane slamming into the San Francisco area. You're going to hear about it on the network news. So what's going to happen? Well, the front is going to be stalled down there. We're getting the cloud cover, and see this stuff coming up here? That's that tropical moisture that's tapping in on top of that. So combined with the warm front coming back, it went down to the ocean, it's coming back. All those three combinations give us a pretty good chance of continuing rain showers around the area. Now, this frontal system is part of that big West Coast storm, but it looks like it's going to start pulling in that direction. So I don't think that that's going to enter Texas, but it's not going to make it down to our region. So we take a look at, of course, our marine conditions. Northeast winds up to 22, 25 knots out there. So, miles per hour, sorry. And cold, cloudy and cool in the 70s. But you notice that as we go through Future Tracker, you'll see a few sprinkles coming through the land and also the water areas. But the winds then slowly turn around. You can see the arrows coming through. We call them wind particles going this way. Eventually, they're going to turn around, and that's when we see the big warming trend for us. There you see we'll still be 70 by the time we get to Wednesday. It's not till about Thursday that we get that southeast wind and everything starts getting warmer for us. It's been rather rough out there, so winds continue to be a problem, shifting directions and being rather strong. We had small craft advisories up this afternoon. Now, tonight, our temperature stays on the mild side, 71, only getting down to 65 as a low temperature. Tomorrow, only 70, so not a lot of cooling because we continue getting that north wind for at least a day and a half. Then when that south wind rolls in, things start to warm up. So let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. I'm calling it an alert day for tomorrow because it probably will be raining, and there's a slight possibility that some of these will become thunder showers. So we'll certainly be monitoring for that. But then it's not until about Friday, Saturday that we start getting back into the mid-80s, and that's your 7-day forecast. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget the QR code. Scan that with your phone, and you can take Crossroads today wherever you want to go. We'll toss it back to Karina and James.